Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new video for you in my Authors Answer series, and if you're interested in this series of questions for authors, it was started by JD Archer and I will link to his channel down below, and you should check out his video about why authors should do this series. And I think all readers and non-readers who are just interested in seeing what an author's perspective is on things should really tune in and follow it. Without any further ado, let's tackle today's question. So the question I'm trying to answer today is how adult writers write from the perspective of children or teenagers and do it so well. First of all, it's debatable whether all authors do a great job at writing, children or teenage voices, but most of them do a fairly good job, and I will tell you what my method for doing this is and what helps me get it right. First of all, I look back on myself as a child and the way I talked with my friends, the things I said, the things that interested me. And I try to cover that in my writing, as well as just, the simple day-to-day things we used to do together, like go to school, come back from school, play, try to sneak past our parents and play some more, or do things that were a bit forbidden. In order to get the technicalities of how children speak right, first of all, you have to have some children around you, because otherwise, even if it happened to you, it was a long time ago and it might not be that accurate. So hanging out with children usually helps, or with teenagers, although to be honest, teenagers are tough to deal with, even as a person who's not their parent or their friend. I don't know, there's so much drama involved in teenager events that sometimes it makes me not want to engage with them, but of course I'm joking. Children are easier for me than teenagers though. Sometimes if you don't have anyone around you, it helps to just listen in or people watch when it comes to children or teenagers. I find that very useful, especially when they don't know they're watched or they don't know that people are listening to them, because then everything comes out, like the way they talk to each other, and it's more natural and less, self-censored because there are no adults around them. Of course, there's also that moment when you're around teenagers and they talk a certain way because you're there and they want you to hear it, like they get bolder or, challenging or saying stuff they wouldn't normally say just to get a reaction. That's also helpful because you know how they'd interact with adults. And then, if you have people who are parents in your life, then talk to them. They'll have amazing stories to tell you, or if you're friends with them on Facebook, that will help. I know that the best comment I got from my editor on young Eddie in my novel Dawn to Dusk was, "Oh, this sounds like what a child would say," because they think that once they're a year older, they're all grown up. And there was a comment to that extent in the book, like, "I'm 8 now, I'm all grown up." And I really loved receiving that comment. So I think I do a decent job with children and teenagers, although I do tend to shape them based on the teenagers and kids I interacted with, or those I knew as a teenager, which is not always the same as any other teenager. It depends on the period you're writing, because if you're writing someone pre-smartphone and pre-mobile phone, it won't be the same. So you have to take into account setting too. When did these children grow up? What were their interests then? Did that impact how they interacted? Because frankly, when I think of my time growing up, we spent a lot more time outside talking to each other and, reading books, playing games, doing stuff like that, than children and teenagers nowadays, who spend most of their time in front of a computer screen or, staring at their phone. So that's my advice. Think back on what you did. Talk to people who are parents and who can help you. That's my dog sneezing there, I'm sorry. Talk to children in your life, interact with them to know how they deal with adults or other children or what their issues are. And think of setting and period and everything that creates the environment of where you're character has been brought up, because that will have an impact on their voices. And then pray you get it right, because you know, a bit of luck always helps, and some people will tell you got it right because they've interacted with children or teenagers like that, like your characters, and others will think this is complete bullshit, the teenagers in my life don't act like that, and they have different interests, and that's fair enough. So, as in the case of anything else, try to do your research, use your own experience, and do your best to portray people in as vivid a way as you can. And then hope you please as many people as you can with the result of your work. That is at least how I do it. I hope you found this useful, and if you'd like to check all the other videos I made in this series of Author's Answer, I will leave a link to the playlist down below. Please like this video if you've enjoyed it, and comment and share it with your friends. I like to hear your thoughts on the matter, and if you're an author, please tell me what are your secrets to get children's and teenagers' voices right. Also, if you're a reader, please tell me what you like most in how children and teenagers are portrayed and what pisses you off, because we all love to learn from what is not working for our readers. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!